What's up, guys? Play some game! It's Farming Simulator 2013, and we're back, episode 2. Now, in our last video, we sold all of our Kramers, and you didn't really see this part, but I bought this. This is actually a mod. This is the MZ1221 front loader. It's a little bit easier to move around. It's really good for performing missions and that kind of thing. So, let's jump out. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, so now we gotta drive all the way over there. Let's do it. Let's see if our truck will screw up if we're driving that thing. So we're gonna lock the load. We're going to fold up our... Whoa! Okay. So, downforce and the mass of the truck is not heavy enough to move that. So, it doesn't really matter if you set the downforce higher. It still will not work. So don't bother with that. It's just something stupid that I did. If you want to haul it around, just be smart and buy the Peterbilt. Don't bother playing with the mods. I don't know. Maybe you could play with this mod and make it a little bit easier. But I don't know. This one's just kind of weird. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna complete this mission. Whoa! I'm telling you, this thing has some speed and power, and curbs are its nemesis. If you hit a curb in this, most are dirt roads, and so it doesn't matter. But if you are on something that has a curb, it will flip the sucker over. Especially if you have, hopefully you'll get to see it, especially if you have something with, like on the pallet forks. It will just flip that thing right off the forks. Oh, there it is. There she blows. Alright, so let's actually look. We're going to be transporting this pallet of wool as soon as possible. Now, and if you look up in the upper right corner, it's going to give you a time frame. That time frame is actually in minutes. Real-time minutes, so not in the game. You can't slow down time and try to get there on time. It's actually in minutes. It's kind of annoying because most of the forklifts you get at the beginning of the game, I don't think are fast enough to actually complete the time. There you go, some forklift skills. Come on, come down. Well, it's gonna have to hang there. So let's look at our map again. So if you see, that's a long ways to go. It's not really so long whenever you're going, 40 miles per hour. This tractor will go, but most of the other tractors will not go 40 miles per hour. They'll go 20, maybe. Some of them only 13. And so it's pretty... Oh! That was me trying to keep from swearing. Sorry. Well, so maybe this isn't faster at all. Okay, so that's precariously hanging there. Okay, maybe it'll... So another thing that's kind of weird is that they will just kind of bounce inside there. So there's not really connected at all. I'm sure this farmer doesn't mind that across his field. So this is a good way to make some quick cash as it pays. This one pays near $10,000, 10,000 credits. So especially with the credit card bill as high as we've got, $10,000 is going to help a lot. We don't have any monies at all. There's some guy. Living out here in a van down by the river. Huh? I don't know what he needs wool for. Alright, there we go. So 9,400 plus 1,300. That's a pretty solid take home for a day's work. So let's just hopefully don't flip this into the water. Now, you want to see some torque? You want to see some amazing torquage? Whatever, okay. Okay, never mind. The fastest way to get it home is by far this. We're gonna, just bring this one home too. Tell you what though, I guess a baler is about the only thing that kind of makes this this truck and trailer worthwhile, I guess, if you got a big round baler and large round bales.
Right into relief now that I'm Wichita bound.
So we're gonna pick up some more from Francisco, and then see, we don't actually need to wait because we don't have a forage wagon and we can't afford it yet. So we're gonna get this field already getting started cultivating, and we're gonna go and buy the field next to us, and then so we're gonna harvest, we're gonna get fields, and then in the next episode we're gonna start planting, which is of course the lifeblood of farming. Now, as we're looking at this, we can see corn is on the rise. We're going to actually increase time. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, there is elapsed time. Now, this affects prices and it affects crop growth. And those are pretty much the only two things it affects. It doesn't actually change how fast your workers work. So that's something that that it doesn't affect. So sometimes you can have somebody planting a field or harvesting a field, Francisco for example, who will be planting it and it will go bad in the middle of harvesting. So once you start harvesting, especially if you look at your crop growth rates here in your options, if you see that starting to get dark green, go ahead and slow time down. That way you can actually get finished harvesting before you run out of time. So we got our seed here. I think I'm going to start planting. Canola is the highest selling, but I think I'm going to start planting barley, and I'm not really sure why, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking at this point. Is we're going to plant some barley. So we're going to adjust our seed to barley, and since we bought that new field, it's actually already cultivated, looks like. So we're going to get this started cultivating. We're going to get started seeding, and we're going to get Alright guys, well he's seeding. We have this gentleman over there getting after it on the wheat. So we're going to sell some of our current crops that we have since barley's up right now. I'm going to sell that, and we will see you next episode. In the meantime, play some game.
I quit caffeine and bought a carload of crystals, but none of it set my spirit free. I even gave every pair of my skinny black jeans to the DAV. But now I'm going someplace that's no place particular, then the loss will be found. I'm rolling right into relief now that I'm Wichita